Namaskar. Different kinds of vegetarians. There was a French humorist by the name of Jean-Louis Lemoine. He said, with all the crap they put in meat today, like fast-growing hormones and antibiotics, we'll all go down. The only healthy person that will survive is the vegetarian. So if you want a good advice from me, if you want to have a good taste of meat, eat a vegetarian. So of course that's not possible, but we'll talk about the different types of vegetarians that there are. And the word vegetarian was coined by the Vegetarian Society of UK in 1847, and it actually is based on the fact that people who don't eat any flesh foods or meat was a vegetarian. So there are different kinds. For example, there's the lacto-ovo vegetarian, and they eat dairy products and eggs. No meat, of course. And the lacto-vegetarian doesn't consume eggs, but consumes dairy products. The vegan doesn't consume dairy products or eggs, and their diet consists mostly of fruits, vegetables, pulses, and grains. And the raw foodist is similar to the vegan, except that all of their food is in a raw, uncooked state. Fruitarian takes only fruits. And then the flexitarian is mostly vegetarian, but sometimes they take meat, poultry, or fish. So vegetarianism is going mainstream. About every week, the studies say that about 19,000 Americans make the switch to a meat-free diet. And in recent polls, it indicates that 6% of the population in the USA, Germany, and UK are vegetarian. In Canada, we have 2.3 million vegetarians and about 850,000 vegans, which is about 7.6, 4.6% of the population, respectively. So it's becoming more and more a popular diet, and many environmental groups, actually Dr. Benjamin Spock, he became a vegan in 1990, and his book, Baby and Child Care, is the second biggest selling book after the Bible. And he said that children who grow up getting their nutrition from plant-based diet is much healthier than getting it from meat. And now environmental groups recommend that the best way an ordinary citizen could combat climate change is by taking vegetarian food. And so in Ghent, Belgium, they have a veggie day on a Thursday where the city promotes eating of vegetarian food in schools and public buildings, and they give access to different eateries, vegetarian eateries, and how to cook vegetarian diet, herbivorous diet. So other parts of the world, other cities like Sao Paulo, San Francisco, Cape Town, Bremen, and Helsinki also have vegetarian-free days. Now, also, we have this about the flexitarian. It's estimated that recent studies show that about 59% of the American population usually consumes vegetarian food, mostly or only vegetarian food. That includes vegan options. And in a Yanklevich Partners study in 1992, there was different reasons that were listed why people go vegetarian. And first was, of course, health, 46%. Then there was animal welfare, 16%. Then there's ecology, environmental concerns, friends and family, 12%, and others. So there, you may know Sir Paul McCartney, famous Beatle, and he became a vegetarian. He said, if you want to combat climate change, the best thing you can do is become a vegetarian, because in one go, you tackle problems of ecology, cruelty, and climate change. And there was an American naturopathic, his name was Dr. Herbert Shelton. He said, the cannibal goes out, hunts, kills, and eats a man, a human being. And there's no argument in favor of, and there's nothing different than a person who eats flesh than that of cannibalism. So these are some of the options you may like to try to go vegetarian one day a week, or maybe a whole week, and see how you feel. Thank you. Namaskar.